All right. Welcome everyone to a new week for the C.F.O night. As usual, we'll be waiting at the at least 5 to 7 minutes, as usual, as we allow YouTube to send out notifications on the YouTube app and on emails, especially if you're subscribed. So I highly recommend you guys stay subscribed as well, so that you guys can receive these alerts that I am live on Monday and Wednesday. Alright, so let's wait a few more minutes here. I will have some music on, some nice music. Make it a little louder for now. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Alright, keep on Instagram. Welcome, welcome. Everyone should be getting their notifications now that I am live. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome everyone to the live. You guys already know it's Monday, so that usually means it's time for the C.F.O night. So thank you all for joining in. Thank you everyone. Fabulous Empire, welcome. I haven't seen you in a bit. Welcome Ravesh, man, welcome. Welcome Isaiah. Hello, hello. Welcome, baptized in pain. Interesting username there. Can you do A and D? Sure. So I'm gonna wait about. We have about 3 minutes left before we start. But I will make sure to do A and D for the first one. After I go over the tickers that I wanted to kind of show you guys as well. So let's go ahead and wait at least 2 to 3 minutes. I hope you guys are liking this Christmas music. Specifically Christmas lo-fi music, if you guys want to know what it is. My significant other pick this music out for you all, so go ahead and give her your things, guys. She's the one that chose this music for me. Hey! I'll tell her that, yeah. No. This is not the music that I trade with. But it's just the music that my girl that she chose for me. So specifically for this live. Chef, so if you, I can't see the link right now on Instagram, but if you look up Lo-Fi Christmas Radio with the Christmas tree on it, you'll find it. So just search up Lo-Fi Christmas Radio with the Christmas emoji, the Christmas tree emoji, and you should find the first one is the same one that I'm listening to right now. So, thank you, Candace, thank you. Joe, you made it. So everyone who's on YouTube and on Instagram, I am live on YouTube and Instagram, just to let you guys know, for the people who are on YouTube and on Instagram. So if you guys want to switch between platforms, that's completely fine with you. Okay, so hey, and the Money Morris, my man, welcome. I don't know if you can see, guys, if you guys can see my Christmas lights on my monitor here. My long-term monitor. Obviously people on YouTube can't see it, but people on Instagram can definitely see it. This is also courtesy of my significant other. So this is an amazing thing. So I thank her for giving me these Christmas decorations. Hey Cherry. Alright, so let's go ahead and start. Let's start. It's 7:37. We waited about 5 to 7 minutes. People should have gotten their notifications. You guys already know the deal. Alright, so let's take a look at the first ticker here. AMD, I believe. Who was it? Baptized in pain was the person who said that they want to look at AMD. So it's a very interesting username. I like that. Thank you guys for so many hearts. Jeez, thank you so much. Thank you. I don't know if that really does anything for the live, but hey, I love to see it. All right, so if you guys take a look at AMD, we did break a pretty critical trend line here, and for AMD, I haven't even updated the chart here for AMD after this nice breakout, but I'm going to be looking at, let's see, the hearts are popping off. Thank you people on Instagram, and thank you for people on YouTube for joining today. So for AMD, we broke this very critical level of support, this ascending trend line of support, and baptized in pain. If you're still here, I would say that trying to trade this to the downside is kind of going against the trend right now because of the fact that we broke below this ascending support trend line. And so, in order for us to, really come back above and start a new uptrend again, if you come back to this ascending support trend line and stay above it. Alright, so maybe around 144 will be our number here, our level here, to come back above this ascending level of support and continue up higher. But for now, we broke this level here. Let me actually make it thicker so you guys should be able to see it better. Okay, and hey, welcome guys, welcome Nina, welcome Fontanium, I remember you. Welcome Prima, welcome. I see you Prima. Welcome guys, welcome Nina. So AMD is looking not too good for the bulls, but AMD has already been in an uptrend. Right, I mean this is a huge move already after that nice breakout out of, I would say, around 110 to 112, and so this is already a 50% move, right? So you guys can't really be mad at about a potential movement to the downside because it's already moved 50% high, all the way up to the all-time high numbers here, right? That's a huge move. So I would say wait until this name starts to consolidate, but right now we just broke below this thank you Joel for telling me that music's too loud. Thank you, I totally forgot put it lower on YouTube. There we go. Okay, I hope that's a little bit better for people on YouTube. Okay, so for AMD, thank you guys for so many of the hearts. Welcome, Graham. Welcome, Adam. All right. So for AMD, I would say 134.50. That might have been the bounce here, but I would say that there is still potential for us to come back down to the daily 50 SMA here, right here. All right, and so that's around, I would say around 130 is when the 50 SMA should have caught up to the price if we go lower. So 130 might just be the buy the dip area. Okay, 130. That's kind of the basic price levels that I'm looking out for AMD. Okay, so that's it for AMD. Let's take a look at the next names here that we've that were submitted. So Kendam, A. Let's take a look at BA. Okay, so actually I want to look at this on the intraday time frame. So it looks like BA was able to hold off the continuous selling that we saw from last week, and we found some relative strength on this name here. And so we formed a range between, I would say, around 202 and two support levels here, around 194 and 192. So on the daily time frame, I was looking at 192 as a critical level of support, and last week we broke it, but we snapped right back up. Okay, and so with this huge snap back up and today's action here, I think we should be able to see continued movement back to the upside as we closed above the 10 SMA. And as you guys already know, if you guys didn't know, the airline sector was up today a lot, and they're recovering today. And so they're still in a downtrend, right? There's not a downtrend. However, we did see some pretty good movement as most airline names were breaking resistances to the upside. So BA was also one of them as well. That was doing the same thing, breaking to the upside. And I think we can head back to 210, which will be my profit target if I was in this name currently. However, we do have a pretty hard level of resistance now, which was previously a level of support, which is around 206.50. So I think we need to see definitely see a break above 206.50ish in order to see that 210 again. But overall, I think BA looks nice for this week if we don't have any more fear from the Omicron variant, and if that uncertainty and fear is removed, it removes itself from the markets. Hey, welcome C. So for all the people who are joining in right now, this is BA. Okay. Next we have Disney. So, oh, look at this. So Disney, lovely reversal here of the trend. So we've been looking at, all right, you guys looking at the this here. There's a lovely little descending resistance here, and on Friday last week we attempted to break out, right, but we actually came back down, retested multiple intraday levels of support, and then we closed pretty much very close to this descending level of resistance. And today, as you guys already know, most of the market was starting to go up higher, and so so eventually this name broke up above this key level of support that I was looking at when we were selling off in the last 2 weeks or so, and eventually we broke out today above 148. So that's the price level that we were looking for that breakout for this. But it seems like today we didn't see. I didn't see that volume that I wanted to see for a nice reversal here. So we didn't see enough buying volume, but Morris, you said, Chef, you may have mentioned this. Yeah, so he did. He did. He did mention Disney here. And so Disney, very, very good Dead by, like I said before, and Chef has said that as well. I believe Chef, he bought some shares for his children's account, which is very, very good. Hey, welcome, pretty. Welcome. Pretty-eyed missus. Welcome, everyone on YouTube who's still joining on YouTube. I'm looking at Disney right now for all the people who joined. Thank you guys for so many hearts. Thank you. And so Disney should be able to continue tomorrow because we reclaimed my 10 SM here that I looked for. So this 10 SMA is my momentum SMA. So if we break up to the upside and we reclaim the 10 SMA whenever we're in a downtrend like this, that means that bulls are starting to take back control. Okay, and the fact that we broke multiple levels of resistances, specifically the 150, not 150, 148, and this decent level of resistance here that we're looking at, I would say that we can reverse higher for the rest of this week, but tomorrow especially, I'm going to look for a continuation for Disney for a potential trade, so we can head back up to around 152.50ish. Okay, so if you guys are able to get in a trade tomorrow, let's take a look at the 15-minute time frame. I would say a breakout above 150.80ish, okay, or even 151. You guys can choose a whole number, 151. So simply put, if you guys are able to enter at 151, we should be able to see a nice push towards 152.50 and eventually 153. All right, so that could be a nice little day trade for you all on Disney. Let's take a look at the next one. I believe the next one was WMT. Oops. Okay, wow. So Walmart looks pretty solid here actually. We did right back down to a previous area of support that we held multiple times here. 135 is a very, very good support level here so far. It's been acting as a level of support for the past couple of months, almost half of 2020 here. So I would say 135 is a nice area to buy. Hey, welcome Callie, welcome. And I will do cat after I go over Snap here. But first of all, the Walmart here looks very, very good at 135. And if you guys missed the buy 135, I would say you're a little bit late because there are overhead resistances coming up already. For example, 140. So I would say wait until you see a reaction on 140 because if we head back up towards 140, we should be able to see the 10 SMA cross below the 200 here. So bring it a little bit closer for you guys. Okay. So you guys should be able to see that the 10 here, right here, okay, could go lower, right, and eventually cross below 200, and once you cross below 200 here, we should see that rejection from the price at around 140. So there should be a coinciding point with the 10 SMA and 140 to around 141ish. All right. So Walmart looks pretty good here. Not bad. This seems like a great range trade. I mean, if you got in around 136, 135, 0.50ish bounce or 135 bounce, very good for you there. A very good trade, especially a swing trade, because you guys can probably, if the market conditions are right, you guys can probably go all the way up to take profits around 150 to 152. That doesn't look like a stick, man. You're right. I just draw legs right here, and the rest of the hands. Is that completed, guys? Hey, Vivian, welcome. CVX. Okay, I'll do CVX next as well. Okay, so we have, let's see. Next we have a Snap, I believe. Snap. And then so we have Snap, and then Cat, and then CVX. Okay, so Snap, like with any other social media name that we've been looking at, FB, Twitter, Snap. Pinterest is also a unique social media name. All these names have been beaten down a lot. So I would say reversal is about to come here, especially for a name like Snap. We're using a previous level of support as new level of resistance currently right now. But I would say if you go look at the weekly time frame for Snap, we are kind of in an oversold range. So if you take a look at RSI, the relative strength index, we're hitting that 30s value there of oversold of an oversold range there. And so with the bounce today, the RSI is showing 35.76. And so Cannabis, you said cat was juicy, entered on Friday. Nice. I'm sure you took profits today then. Good job on that. So with Snap here, I would say in order for us to break to the upside and have a nice reversal, we need to see a lot of buying coming in when we break above 48. Alright, so if you don't break above 48, alright, expect a lot more selling to come back in, because 48 was a previous level of support and now we're using it as level of resistance. So if we see continuous rejection, we can come all the way back down and retest $44 here. And if you break 44 as well, we have another level of support at 39 or around 40ish. So there is some good potential risk to the downside for Snap here, and it can slide to the downside with ease. Why do I say that? Well, take a look right here. There aren't a lot of support here. There's not enough established significant supports that I'm looking at, except for 44 and 40. Alright, 44 or 39 if you guys want to be a bit more specific there. And so Snap, I would say wait until you see that breakout above 38 with enough buying volume. Okay, because if you don't see that break above 38, I would say we could see another rejection, and we head lower and lower and lower until we hit that 44 profit target or 39 to 40 profit target. Alright. Okay, Kelly. Let's take a look at your CAT. C-A-T. Okay. I don't really see anything interesting here except for the fact that if you're trying to get in tomorrow, I would say that you're a little bit late. However, with the bounce on, I believe, last Thursday at 192ish here, okay, we can see continuous bounce up towards, I would say around 208, okay. However, I do not like the rejection that we saw in the 21 SMA, but it's only natural because we now just reclaimed the 50 and the 10 SMA here on my chart here for CAT. So this initial reaction to the 21 SMA is going to be a rejection, right? I mean that's something that is not surprising to me, but at the very least, if I was bullish on this name and for a continuation to the upside tomorrow, I would have wanted a higher close on today's candlestick. But for the fact that we rejected today on the 21 means that we can see something like this happening for CAT. Okay, so we have this nice rejection, we come back lower, and then we bounce, okay, and we head up higher like this. Okay, so this can happen on CAT. Alright, especially if we continue to see good movement on the industry that CAT is in, the sector, and in the overall markets. Alright, Callie? So I hope that kind of explains what I'm looking at for CAT. But so far, I don't really see a good chart pattern, except for the fact that, I mean this is a chart pattern, I would say, but it's not really an established one. Okay, we're looking at a descending or broadening wedge here, a descending, broadening wedge, or falling wedge here. Not falling wedge, excuse me. A descending channel, but it's broadening, right? We're going away, right? These two trend lines are moving away from each other, right? It's broadening as the price is oscillating between this trend line of resistance and this trend line of support, right? So I would say if we move up towards the highs of today, tomorrow, we can see another rejection, okay, at this descending level of resistance. Alright, so tread carefully there, Callie, for CAT. Welcome, Dale Lamb. Welcome. I see a lot of my subscribers here. Nice, nice, nice. A lot of my members. Vivian, CVX. Good choice on CVX, Chevron, because oil looks very, very good. So CVX, I've seen these before, where we kind of make this broadening kind of flag here, where as we're kind of consolidating after a nice big impulse and move higher, okay, we tend to sometimes have a very volatile trading sessions, right? Every single trade day, right? And we have a nice gap up, nice gap down, big gap up, small gap down, and then small gap up, small gap down, etc., 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 right? And we start conforming to these two trend lines here, like we're seeing on CVX right now, and it seems like there could be a good possibility, put that out here, that we can have a potential upside move and break at above 117.50. So that can be potentially a nice break to new all-time highs. I don't know if you have enough juice for that, enough volume, but I would say there is a good possibility that we can break above 117.50 because of the fact that the overall energy sector and oil specifically is kind of recovering from the sell-off. I think they sold off around like 30% last week with the markets. So if it continues to go back up higher, I would say your gas prices should still stay higher as well. But you know, Chevron here, very, very strong chart, Vivian. Good call on looking at this. I believe you've been looking at these oil names, so good job on that. I hope that was helpful, Vivian. And good to see you back on the lives. You too, Callie. Welcome, guys, on Instagram. Welcome, welcome. Anyone else have any submissions here? Any tickers that they want me to look at? So the new people who joined on Instagram and on YouTube. People on YouTube, please give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me correctly. I mean, I would assume that you guys can hear me when you guys are replying in the chat, but just to make sure. I'll make it a little bit lower as well. David, Morris, Dan. Okay, yes, all right, perfect. So let's take a look at Wish. Oof. So I already know what's going on with Wish. There's a double-digit name here, and now it's back to a single-digit. Well, it's been a single-digit stock for a little while. So hey, Milo, welcome on YouTube. Can you check Roku, please? All right, nice. So we have 4 names here now, and so Milo, that will be your last name. Okay, this is Milo's last name. Roku will be the last one that I do here for tonight for you all. So I would say we have about 10 more minutes here left. So Roku will be my last one here. Hey, Wall Street Junkie, what's up, Chad? What's up? Welcome. So Wish, Lamb. I think Wish is a very sucky chart. This is a chart. If you take a look at the weekly time frame, right? I mean, this is a very, very bad chart. Just technical analysis wise, I would say stay away from this name. I mean, sure, you can day trade it every single time it has a pop, right? Because when we have a pop on these very beaten down names, there tends to be an intraday short squeeze. And you can get a lot of profits from such movements, those very, very rapid and volatile movements. But I would say leave those type of trades to the professionals, right? As one of those volatile trades that I don't think that you should be doing, all right? It's one of those things that I think you should stay away from. But if you want to be a day trader, I would say it's one of those names that Wish is one of those meme names that that people have been hoping so much for it to run up higher and higher and higher, right? People were calling Wish to go up to 3 digits, right, per share, and that's obviously, they're obviously in La La Land, right? They're not in reality here, but Wish, technically it's been making kind of a bullish chart pattern here, a very good, nice falling wedge. However, whenever a stock that keeps on making lows like this and keeps on going lower, it's going to keep on going lower, right? And I've told this many times to people who are looking at Wish, and hopefully I've helped them and restrained them from trying to start a long position on Wish, because they would be down a lot by the time, currently right now, if they were in Wish when they asked me. So I would say Wish, if you're trying to trade it, there can be a squeeze if we get back up above $4. But like I said, generally I would not trade this name. But if you want to day trade it, and if there is a potential short squeeze, there can be a big rapid movement from $4 to $6. Okay, Lam? I hope that kind of answered your question. Okay, so Morris, let's take a look at PFE. Okay, so here's a little kind of promotion for the people who are not in the C.F.O Stream Watch yet, all right, and in the C.F.O Discord. So I told my subscribers on Sunday, right, I was looking at these vaccine names, these names that are involved with COVID-19, right, and whatever it may be, testing kits, vaccines, treatments, right, and I told them that, vaccine names should have gotten more of a pump. More of a pump from this Omicron news, right? I mean, think about it, right? If you have a new variant, then these vaccine names should, especially these 3 big vaccine names, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, should be seeing a nice big pump. But I did not see that at all, right? Except for Johnson & Johnson, right? And so for J&J here, we've been continuously pushing lower and lower and lower as other vaccine names have been going up higher, right? Like J&J and Moderna. So, for PFE like this, I would say, this thing has more downside left. Morris, you said broke structure today. Yeah. So I would say Pfizer here looks like it can head lower because of the fact that Pfizer has already run up a lot compared to J&J. So J&J was my laggard vaccine pick for this week, and if you guys have seen my story already on Instagram, and for people on YouTube as well, there have been a lot of my C.F.O members today that are able to profit off of J&J, and I believe some people are still swinging just like me. And so 160 to 161 was my entry. I hope my members who are watching and listening right now, that was your entry as well. But J&J looks very, very good. I mean, it might just in my feelings here, my gut feelings tells me that people who were in the PFE and mRNA with the Moderna run here to the upside are now piling in their money into J&J, right? And this is the reason why I look for relative strength stocks during a market sell-off, and I look for lagging names like J&J, especially if the name is lagging in the respective sector. Okay, so in order for us to kind of move higher on PFE, more specifically for you, I would say we need to hold the 21 SMA here, which is around 51. But I highly doubt that because we can't see that nice movement lower after this huge run that we've been having. If you take a look at the weekly time frame, okay, I would say we can follow the same exact pattern that we saw here, all right, where we had that big impulse move up and that move lower, big impulse move up and then that move lower. Okay, and so I would say the bottom for PFE, if we start doing the same thing that we did back in mid-August and mid-September, we should see a bottom around 47.50ish, or around $47 here. Okay, but if you head even lower than that, I'll be looking at potentially around 44.50. All right, so I hope that was a little good breakdown for PFE. Morris, you're in shorts. Good. Yeah, so PFE looks like it's ready to break down. Welcome everyone. Welcome Woods. So we have next is SPY. So SPY is the close today is giving me a little bit of a caution here. All right, and I have my one-on-one mentorship session today with one of my students here in that one-on-one mentorship program, and I told him this. So I'll give you guys a little snippet here of what I told him personally in that session. So, Note Lloyd 4, you said, have you talked about SPY? Yeah, we're on SPY right now. So, I told him, my mentorship student, that you know, the fact that we rejected below, we rejected off of the 10 SMA today, just tells me that maybe we're not ready for this bounce. Okay, sure, we bounced on the daily 50 SMA here on my dark blue line. All right, so we held off this 50 SMA very, very well. However, it seems like the short-term momentum is still to the downside because we weren't able to come back and close above the 10 SMA. So numbers wise, I would have loved to see a close around 461, or at the very least 460.50. But for the fact that we rejected today and closed way below the 10 SMA, just tells me that we might be seeing a little bit more movement to the downside and potentially actually retest this ascending support trendline that I have drawn here. Okay, and this support trendline was retested back in the September to October sell-off that we saw. Okay, so I kind of want to see a retest like this happening right here, if and only if we start moving lower. So this kind of helped me make a decision to hedge my longs today. So I grabbed some SPY puts overnight. My mentorship student knows this as well, but they know exactly what I took. But SPY here, I think, looks to, it's at that, I would say, it's at a tipping point where it can actually go up higher and move lower. So there's a lot of uncertainty right now where we close today. But if we want to head up higher, we have to stay above 458.50. And if you want to go lower, we need to continue to reject the 10 SMA here. And we need to start heading lower to 456.20ish, okay, or just broadly speaking 456, and as a whole number. Okay, so in order for us to move lower from if we want SPY to move lower, I would say we have to come back down to 456 and eventually break below it. All right, so that's kind of what I would think about SPY. And if any of you guys are interested in my one-on-one mentorship program, take a look at my website. The program is, like it says in the title, right? One-on-one mentorship, which means I'll be going through everything with you one-on-one. We have, I will do sessions with you 3 times a week, all right? And each session is 2 hours and 30 minutes, all right? And the program goes for a month and a half. So it's a pretty long time there. So, so each session is, I try to make it as productive and valuable as possible when I'm doing my one-on-ones. So if you guys want to talk to my current student right now to see how it's going for them, I can also set that up. I'm 100% confident in doing that for you all. So if you guys ever want to talk to a current member of the C.F.O Swinger Watch, or my past students from my C.F.O premium programs like the 4 weeks program or my one-on-one mentorship program, you guys can always DM me. Hey Andrew, can you set up a chat with your previous or your current students and members of the C.F.O Swinger Watch or your programs, and then I can immediately do that for you all. So I'm not afraid of doing that for you guys. Okay, so if you guys really want to do that, and just shoot me a DM. I'm happy to do that for you all. All right, so after SPY, we have Milo's Roku. Okay. So Roku has officially been taken out of my watch list. Okay. So I've been looking at Roku for, well, as an extra name here. It's, I would say for Roku, I think in order for us to move lower, well, well, I would say, actually, never mind on that, because if we bounce this week, Milo, on Roku, if we continue this green counting that we just started today, we can possibly head back to 240, which was basically what I was looking at for a nice reversal to the upside, but we never got that, and instead we continued to head lower as market conditions were really bad as well. So with the market conditions combined, I would say if we continue to bounce on the overall markets, we should be able to see a nice movement higher and back to 240 for Roku. But it seems like we found support at $200 here, at whole number. And this $200 is a psychological level here that people will most likely want to hold on Roku. But if we break below 200, we still have that 200 SMA on the weekly time frame that we have to watch out for, because this 200 SMA is sitting at around 167, okay, to around 168. And so once this 200 SMA catches up to the price, it might be even sitting at 180, and price can kind of be magnetized by the 200 SMA, and we can actually start pulling back more to that 180 price level, and eventually hitting the 200 SMA on the weekly time frame. Okay, so make sure you're looking at that 200 SMA on the weekly time frame. But nonetheless, today, pretty good bounce. I probably would have wanted to see a little bit more volume, but right now I wouldn't trade Roku. I just want to see a little bit more of a consolidation. So just simply sideways movement, with 200 acting as support, and then I would say 224 to around 223.50 as level of resistance. Okay, so I'm going to be expecting a very wide and volatile price range as we're consolidating above 200. Okay, Milo? So I hope that makes sense. And anyone else on specifically YouTube here, for my viewers on YouTube, do you guys have any tickers that you guys want to submit as well? But if not, okay, I'll be ending my session here. Okay. Oh, and Notloy 4, you said when trading options full times, what's a good percentage goal for 1 year? Here, that's the thing though, right? I've always seen my previous students as well asking me that, right? And it's like, I would say to not have a goal like that, because it kind of strives you away from your actual goal that you need to be having, especially if you want to be trading options full time, which is consistency. And having that one specific goal in mind really makes you stray away from trying to have and achieve consistent trades to achieve that goal, right? And if you start focusing on one number or one percentage for 1 year, okay, you tend to stray away from what you need to focus on for consistency, and you start actually losing a lot more. And as you start to really start looking at that one specific number, you really forget why you started trading in the first place. So I would say, completely forget about that question. Okay, don't even think about trying to have a certain percentage of returns for 1 year. Focus on consistency in your trading. Okay, and also for the people who are also interested in the one-on-one mentorship program, I help you, guide you, and make sure that you stick to a consistent trading system as well. And so, if you guys are interested in the one-on-one mentorship program, please take a look at my website, okay, and DM me as well if you have questions. Milo, you said thank you so much. Of course, man. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, Morris. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you. You said join the Discord, guys, if you're not in. Worth every single penny. And I 1000% agree with that, guys. I 1000% agree. I mean, I can literally have all my current members right now literally go into a group and have non-subscribers join in as well, and they can I can wholeheartedly trust them to say that all the positive things that we've been we've been going through in the Discord and the C.F.O Swing Watch. So I'm glad that most of my members here are very, very happy with the results due to their action of subscribing. Hey, welcome Rohit. No, you said Tesla. Okay, so after Tesla we have Adina Trades. Adina. Oh, it's Adina. Hey, welcome. I'm gonna take a look after Tesla. I'm gonna take a look at let's see. I'm gonna take a look at NEE, and then after that we're gonna be finished. All right, guys. Okay, so for Tesla here, I mean, I don't think there's much to see here, except for the fact that we've bounced on the daily 50 SMA, and that's literally it, to be honest. We bounced on the 50 SMA, and if we continue to break up to the upside tomorrow, I would say a continuation entry would be around $1,020. That would be a nice entry, and eventually maybe a revisit back to 1,050. All right, so that's a pretty simple game plan there that you guys can follow. But I would say Tesla might be making this that descending channel here. So if you guys are able to stay patient, and if you guys got in Tesla today, you might be able to catch a potential move back to this descending level of resistance. And we might be able to retest it maybe around, I would say around $1,110. Okay, so that would be a good area to take some profits if you guys already are, well, if you guys are already in from today's counsel, because if you guys are not in yet, I would say you're a little bit late. But tomorrow can be a nice continuation day trade tomorrow, or a potential swing trade depending on how Tesla moves and depending how overhead catalysts like the market moves as well. All right, so Tesla, nothing much to see here. Good bounce as well, like the overall markets and every other single name that we saw today. Let's take a look at NEE. All right, so NEE, this is another very, very strong energy name here, and it seems like we're forming that same pattern that we saw. Well, not exactly the same, but we're looking at a nice ascending resistance level here. And I just like the fact that we're making higher highs and higher lows on NEE. However, we're getting a little bit overextended here, just a tad bit here for NEE. And for the fact that we're not really seeing too much of an explosive movement higher to new all-time high numbers. I mean, sure, we've been making new all-time high numbers since last week and the previous week as well. Well, the past 2 weeks actually, we've been making new all-time high numbers, but the fact that we've been rejecting and then coming back down to previous levels of support tells me that there is a possibility that we can completely reject from this ascending level of resistance and possibly come back down and retest 84 or around $85 as support again. But if I'm being a little bit optimistic here, like you are, Adina, I would say, yeah, we can most likely see 90. I mean, it's just another new all-time high numbers, and it's off by a little less than $1 move here. So, hey, if it goes up to $90, that's a new all-time high again, and new higher highs, which is what we always want to see when we're looking at an uptrend. So far, just follow the trend on NEE. Just remember that we're getting a bit overextended on NEE, and I can see potentially a retest back to $84 to $85, and eventually maybe a retest on the daily 50 SMA as well. And then you said, I see that too. Great. I'm glad that you see that as well. Awesome. Hey, Fabian. Okay, so that is it for today. All right. For everyone who has joined today, thank you all for joining. If you guys are not in the C.F.O Swing and Watch yet, please join. I know you guys would really benefit, especially for the people who join the lives but are not in the C.F.O Discord and the C.F.O Swing and Watch yet. I know a lot, 100%, right, that you guys will be seeing a lot of value and good information through that subscription. So go ahead and check the link in my bio, and for people on YouTube, take a look at the first link in the description box below. All right, okay. Adina, you said thanks. See you in the Discord tomorrow morning. Let's get it. All right. Thank you for joining, Adina. Thank you, and I'll see you in the Discord as well. Thank you all for joining. Hey, man. Hey. You're joining in when I'm ending right now. But hey, you can always watch the replay on Instagram here, or even on YouTube, as both of these lives will be posted right away after the live. But like I said before, if you guys aren't in the C.F.O Discord and the C.F.O Swing and Watch, I highly recommend that you guys get in. There's a lot of nice plays that we are doing in the Discord and from the C.F.O Swing and Watch as well. All right, have a great rest of your night, guys, and I'll see you guys all on Wednesday.